My Vernon Kid here coming to you again. How's everybody doing out there? As always, I'm back to give you guys, as always, my next episode for my comic review. So thank you once again for everybody for tuning in. First and foremost, I'd like to I'll give the shout out. Hold on. First off, I want to basically remind everybody, if everybody's following not just me but my mentor Blue Goblin, he has a second channel now, guys, and it's called Blue Goblin X. So, and that channel is basically, I can kind of say he kind of got a little ideas from me a little bit. I'm not going to take all the credit, but this channel will basically be his tribute channel. Now, I know I've fallen off of my tributes in a while, and I promise you guys I'm going to get back into tribute on my main channel, so don't worry about that. But yeah, he's got a new channel, so please show some love and subscribe to him. Other than that, got to give a shout out to none other than Galactus Girl. Yes, my sis. That's my sis from San Diego that I really love talking to, and she's really cool to talk to. Very much you don't see a lot of um, females who love comics, but she loves comics. I love her so much because she gets to go to San Diego Comic Con, the big one, every year, and I get so jealous every time I see she puts up pictures on her Facebook, and I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, shout out to Galactus Girl. All right, so kick it off. First comic of the day. We'll kick it off in Marvel. Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man number 681. One more towards the next big story arc, end of the world. All right, Dan Slott, Yosh, on this. I gotta agree with Gabi. This was very explosive in a way. Very good. You know, it. You thought it was just gonna be like a filler, just to get our tongues, wagging for the next big story arc with Spider-Man. But this was actually good. And once again, the chemistry between Johnny and Spidey has never left. It is still that great old witty comeback with each other. It was good to see John Jameson again, as always. Good to see him. And once again, Spidey showing off his new webbing, some of his new webbings, which is really cool in this. But I definitely got to agree also with Gabi. Marvel, what the hell are you doing with Doc Ock? I hate how he looks. I hate the fact y'all killed him off before. You brought him back. Why are you doing this again, Tim? Leave him alone. He is one of the great Spidey villains, and you want to screw him over like that. But other than that, 681, Amazing Spider-Man, really good. Okay, now, when the next book is Defenders number 4. The Defenders number 4. Yes, this is Fraction. Yes, and I know a lot of people, when they think of Fraction, um, there's a couple of words that come to mind, and I'll let him tell it for you. What is it? What do a lot of people say about Fraction?
It's crap.
Yeah, thanks, Jr. But okay. The Defenders number 4. This story really much doesn't focus on the whole team. It just focuses on one man, Doctor Strange. And I'll give Fraction credit. It was good. The last issue we saw the team battle the Null, the spirit that possessed the Hulk during Fear itself. They were able to subdue it in the Mountain Wondagore. Uh, Now Doctor Strange is meditating, and he has the artifact that they found there. Uh, and all of a sudden, he pretty much is meditating, and he's thinking about somebody, and a woman known as Martha, somebody from his past that he once was loved, just reappears. She dies. Now, she died, Now somehow she's been brought back to life out of nowhere, kind of through this artifact. And there's also this woman in here that she she literally kind of slept with Doctor Strange to get something because she needs to write a thesis on magic, and she thought if she slept with him, she'll give it to him. So it's kind of like, oh, wow, okay, but um, it's all about Doctor Strange focus on this new girl, this a past lover, and now she has a second chance at life, and what is she gonna do with it, basically? So I give Fraction a little credit here. You know, you did pretty good here, dude. I'm not gonna lie about that. But Iron Fist and She-Hulk do appear in this, and Namor at the end. But it was mainly focused on Doctor Strange. A lot of dialogue, not too much action, more dialogue. Okay. Next up, Ultimate Spider-Man #8. This is issue #8. Bendis and Pichelli are back. Pichelli's back, artwork, good artwork here. Uh, Last issue we left off on Miles and his roommate, the one person that he told his secret to, Genki, I think that's his name. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. They're walking to their school, and all of a sudden, what happens? Dun dun dun! His uncle comes in. Now, his uncle is a thief, and his uncle is known as the Prowler in the Ultimate Universe. Now, not Hobie Brown. Hobie Brown is not the Prowler. It's his uncle, and his uncle knows that. Excuse me. His uncle knows that he's Spider-Man. He's Spider-Man. He's the new Spider-Man, and it's almost like his uncle is gonna blackmail him into, you know, revealing himself, or if you don't do what I tell you, I'll tell your parents and everything like that. Uh, and now, you know, basically, Miles is joint is congested between, hey, should I stop being Spider-Man, or should I let my uncle? Should I do what my uncle tells me to do what he wants me to do, or should I just stop being Spider-Man? But in the meantime, his uncle's running from an individual, this big guy right here. His name is the Scorpion. He's a Mexican drug lord in the underworld that came all the way from Mexico to get revenge on his uncle. And it was kind of interesting. We also see him again, Miles, fight an individual called the Ringer. And then he's by the cops, basically, which is kind of interesting. Also, one more thing to let Aunt May and Gwen Stacy make an appearance in this book. They are, they are basically, that's my cousin, people. Don't worry about it. Um, Basically, Aunt May and Gwen Stacy make an appearance. They're in Paris, and Aunt May sees a newspaper, and she basically grabs up this French woman and is like, "Tell me what this says. What does it say?" And the woman says, "It says a new Spider-Man." And Aunt May's like, "Oh no, like what? Like how is this possible?" But overall, Ultimate Spider-Man has still been good. I've been really, really enjoying this. Very good. Ultimate Spider-Man #8. Next up, Venom #14, Circle of Four, issue Rick Mirender. You know, I on my main channel I talked about this story arc. I'm like, okay, this is gonna pay. They said that this was gonna pay homage to the all new Fantastic Four with Hulk, Spidey, Ghost Rider, and Wolverine. This is pretty much what this story is kind of paying homage to. I can see it a little bit, but I probably put too much faith into this story arc. I thought it'd be a little bit better than what it was. It was somewhat good, but it could have been better. Uh, the the basis of it is that yes, the team, or if you can call it a team. I mean, if you really look at it, the only real team that you can think of, the only individuals that were actually had a game plan in fighting Blackheart was X-23, Red Hulk, and Venom, and Flash. I mean, Alexandra, she wanted nothing to do with it, and kind of makes her selfish in a way. Um, but they were able to somewhat defeat Blackheart, and it was really funny to see what happened to Blackheart at the end of the book. Him and his girlfriend, which was really funny, thanks to Mephisto. Um, but um, but it was okay. I want to get back to just being all about Flash, and it's probably in next issues is going to get all the way back just to being about Flash, because what also gives a lot of credit is the fact that when Captain America catches up with Flash, remember he was on the run. Um, Red Hulk actually, basically stands up for him. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, Cap, hold on. Now I know you sent me out here to capture him, but he's all right. He did well, you know." And Flash is like, come on, Captain. Like, I saved New York. I saved Vegas. Let me prove that I'm not that kind of Venom anymore. So it's going to be interesting to see where it takes it. Besides, he is a secret Avenger now, so it's cool. But other than that, Circle 4 was okay. Wasn't bad, but it was okay. Uh, Winter Soldier #3. All right, that is a badass cover, though. You see that cover, people? That was a badass cover. Doom and James on the floor. All right, so basically, the concept of this is the Red Ghost. The Red Ghost, uh, Lucia von Barant, the former diplomat of uh, Latveria and Doom's right-hand woman, that cybernetic woman, is trying to frame Doom, of all people. And it's up to James and Widow. But also, love the chemistry between Widow. I love the tag team duo with Widow and Bucky. It's always great. Like I said, Brubaker writes this like a great tactical espionage book that is really good. Like I said, I always say this. This guy had must have his nephews or his kids, or I'm not who, whatever, around when he was thinking about how he's going to write this. Oh, I'm gonna write this like Metal Gear Solid, because that's how this sometimes feels like a Metal Gear Solid game, like the game. So I'm like, this is good stuff right here. Um, it's really funny when they break into the Latverian embassy, and James is like, you know I've studied Doom and everything like that, and when they confront him, Bucky's all like surprised, like, I can't believe he's this fast and things like that. I can't believe that and things like that. It was really funny. But and Doom is just like, you thought you can assassinate Doom on my home turf. It was really funny. But they had to tell him, we're not here to kill you, Doom. We're here to warn you that you're gonna be set up. You're getting set up to blow up, to take the fall for a robot that looks like you blowing up the United Nations. Yeah, and that's how it ends. So yeah, wow, good stuff. Good stuff, Mr. Brubaker. Very good. Okay, uh, Jason Aaron's continues his last story arc for Wolverine. Wolverine, 302. Um, the cover's okay. I wish they had got Oliver Capelli again. His cover was better than this one's, especially for last issue. Um, Wolverine is still in Japan. He's still trying to help out, find his daughter, Amiko, and everything like that. He's dealing with now the, return of not just Sabretooth, but Mystique. It was revealed in this book that the hand had something to do with Sabretooth's resurrection, and we all know that that's possible. They've done it before, um, and pretty much this was just a action-packed um, book from start to finish. What I can tell you from Wolverine fans out there, Wolverine takes a beating in this book. Talk about, first of all, this ninja clan actually gasses him up so badly that uh, he's reliving his time in hell, and that's where he thinks he's back in hell. But unfortunately, he's not. And while that's going on, you got Mystique shooting him, bow, 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 right in the face, bam, just blowing it. And he's like, my face feels like it's on fire. And then when you go back to what's going on, it's crazy. It's also written that Mystique's abilities have been enhanced as well, like her morphing abilities now. For some reason now, she wanted to test it out, so she became uh, Yuriko, one of Wolverine's ex-girlfriends, and she him in at the end of the book. I'm gonna spoil the ending for you guys. She was in, she looked like Yuriko, and him and her and Wolverine, you know, about chicka wow wow, and she had to see if his heightened senses could pick her up, and he couldn't pick it up. So I'm like, oh wow, the hand did pretty good work. But yeah, it was just action packed, very just action packed from start to finish, guys. Uh, Wolverine, real quick. Okay, so that is all the Marvel that I'm gonna review. Like I said, that's all the Marvel I reviewed. Alright, so we move on to my only independent book. Boom Studios, Valen the Outcast, issue number 4. Alright, last issue, uh, Zanja, Valen's friend, was in control by No, the necromancer, the one that killed Valin and took his soul and made him into this undead abomination, as they call him. After freeing, they are basically now in a new city, but their companion has been captured and being tortured, so they have to get him out. However, the necromancer's lieutenant, Ivo here, has caught up with him, so it's a battle to the finish now with Ivo, this guy right here. Okay, a very, very classic battle. Think of all the great barbarian knight movies you've ever seen, Conan, things like that. That's what you get in this fight between Valin and Ivo. It's just brutal. This match is just so brutal. But yeah, Valin has still been good. I've been loving it so far. And besides, it's not a superhero book. It's more of a knight's middle-aged, dark age book, which is really good. Boom Studios is doing a really good job, in my opinion, on Valen the Outcast. Number 4. That's the only independent, guys. I know you probably expect more independence, but that's it. That came out this week for that I'm reading. Okay, now we're moving on to DC, and I got 7 DC books for you. Okay, so let's kick it off, shall we? All right. Batwing, number 7. Now, the first thing I gotta say is mm, mm, mm. Such a shame. Such a shame. Such a shame. That's all you got, DC? You come up with a new logo, and this is what you come up with? What did I say this looks like before, guys? You know that company, when shows like Captain Planet and all those used to go off. Remember that company Deke? That's this. That's this. Should have just left the damn logo alone. I was fine with the other one. It's based. You know what? It's like
What is this shit?
exactly, exactly. But on to the review. All right, Batwing number 7. Jude Winnick and Dustin Nugent is on the artwork on this book. Okay, so we get a little bit more. We get more of the uh the kingdom in this book that we kept hearing about from the first issue. We get to see a little bit of why Massacre has targeted them, and in some way by reading this issue you can understand why. But Batwing has him and Bruce are going back to Gotham because that's where they know the other two members of the kingdom, excuse me, are, and Massacre's on their trail. So he gets a Batwing gets a lot of help from the Bat family in this. Batgirl, Nightwing, and Robin. Uh, sorry guys, no Tim in this book. I'm sorry, but we get a lot of good images of who the kingdom was and what mistake they made that probably caused everything. But yeah, still good. I'm still loving Batwing. I'm glad I picked it up. Um, Interesting, very interesting indeed. Uh, and Massacre is no joke. The ending was like, oh shit! Like one more issue before they finish, kind of Massacre. But yeah, Batwing number 7, really good. Okay, guys, Detective Comics number 7. Tony Daniels and Sandal Flore. Okay, is the artist. Artwork was good. Uh, this issue was pretty good. Tony Daniels still no slouch. Um, and I'm sorry, Gabi, I'm stealing your word here, but yeah, sorry, mentor, but yeah, he is no slouch. He is no slouch, and this issue just basically shows off that they've really taken Penguin in a new direction. Like Penguin now is coming off almost like a little bit like Wilson Fisk Kingpin, a little bit. Like when you think you you have everything under control in terms of, well, the Penguin can't get to me. He's gonna find a way. Um, which is really, really, really interesting indeed. But I really enjoyed this issue. I love the way they did Penguin. Paid a little homage to classic Penguin in terms of, you know, him wah 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 and stuff like that. But it was very good. I really enjoyed this issue very much. Okay, moving on to Green Arrow number 7. The new creative team is on board. Annie Nocelli and Harvey uh, Tabello. Okay, okay. The artwork could be better. I thought the art was going to be looking like this, like the cover. Um, but it was okay. It's just that he makes, I think Harvey Tabello Bo makes he makes people's eyes really big. You know, so it's kind of weird. Not anime big, but just kind of big. The deadly song of the Skylords. Yeah, these triplets here that are you think are choking out Ollie here are come to Seattle and show off to uh, Ollie that they have new arsenals for him, like mini arrows that they were like, because we've been watching you, we got a crush on you and things like that. They're using their feminine wiles to get him, and it's like, you know, we noticed that you're not good when you're up in close combat, so we got many arrows for you and things like that. All in all, this was just a setup all along. They were just trying to get Ollie where they wanted to be. to get him, and that was like, oh snap! This is okay. I'm okay. I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you, ladies. But it's interesting to see what they're trying to do. So they pretty much set it up. They crash his plane, and now kind of the world thinks that Oliver Queen is dead, and it's getting really interesting now. But yeah, I kind of enjoyed the Skylarks. They're actually kind of cool. Skylarks, excuse me, Skylarks. It was actually pretty cool. The triplets, they just really used their feminine wiles to seduce Ollie, and just to, you know, what are you gonna do, women? All right, now, yeah, Huntress number 6 of 6, the last part of the miniseries. Paul Levitz and Marcus Toll. All right, basically, Helena actually deals with, does some serious justice in this book to the people that she's been tracking down. Okay, and because of that, there was a bounty in euro, 300 mil euro bounty on her head for her capture. Um, and she's got a duck and cover out of Italy. She's trying to get out of Italy without, but she's like, this is fun. Like, it's really fun to her. But she does justice. She does some serious Huntress justice, as you know, Huntress can get down like that. And when you think it's gonna be over, someone we should expect, or I shouldn't say we should expect, but someone that we kind of figured out would appear in this book. And we also get to figure out, what Huntress is this? This was the main question. Like, is this Helena Bettinelli, or is this Huntress Helena Wayne? Well, okay, I'll spoil this for you guys. I'm sorry. We do. The person that helps her out is Kara, Power Girl. And she comes at the end, and she talks about, how she's got her business and everything like that. This story, I think, takes place a year before they arrived in this, because this is Helena Wayne. This is not who you think it is. The other is not. This is Earth 2 Huntress, because at the end of the book it even says, "Stay tuned into World's Finest," the book that's going to star them too. Kara was really good. They call her Kara. They're not calling her Karen, but she did mention Michael Holt, aka Mr. Terrific. It was really good, but it's Kara that gets her out of Italy alive without the bounty on her. But overall, I really enjoyed this miniseries. I thought it was fun. Um, I can't wait to see what they do with her and Power Girl in World's Finest. That is one of the second wave books that I am going to pick up, kind of to replace some of the first wave books that are going to be getting dropped, canceled, I should say. But yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. I really enjoyed Huntress overall. All right, JLI, Justice League International. Dan Jurgens, Aaron Lopresti. I hope I'm saying your name, Lopresti. I hope I'm saying your name right. I like your artwork, very good, Mr. Lopresti. I hope I'm saying it right. The team gets hit hard in this book, very hard. And when I mean hard, I'm talking about casualties, injuries, deaths, and we still don't know who really is involved. We do see one of the players involved, but we don't see all of them. And then, of course, the probably almost the shutdown of the team is just like, holy crap. Like, Booster is trying so hard to, like, keep himself together. guys trying to keep himself together. You know, there are some serious, not casualties. I should say casualties. Some serious. You got Ice that's hurt. You got Fire that's hurt. Vixen's hurt. Um, August General, he's fine because of his body. Um, Booster's okay, but yeah, we do lose somebody. And in a way, not trying to sound like a jerk, guys. If anybody should have died in this book, let's just say it should have been Godiva. Okay, I don't want to come off as a jerk, but I'm saying like she's kind of useless, and ah, you know, we got Rocket Red that died, and Ivan died. That's messed up, But it's also one thing I will say. It was good to see Skeets. We actually got to see Skeets, and they in this book, which was cool. But yeah, it's really, this is a really hard issue to read sometimes because like, man, after 6 issues, the team getting together, forming a team, working as a team, getting praised. This is going to be another global team. And all of a sudden, boom! It's like, man, damn, that's messed up. That's hard. Um, but when it looks like it's going to be the end for Booster, an unexpected hero comes to help out. And from what I hear, it's going to be a new team member. Trust me, I keep my eyes and ears out on what the future next issues. Sorry, guys, I do that. But not going to spoil who that was, though. But it was interesting. But yeah, this is a hard issue to read, guys. Very hard. And it got even harder with the next issue, next book. Red Lantern, #7. All right, first of all, Peter Milligan and Ed Benz. Ed Benz, one of my favorite artists. Artwork is beautiful as always. This issue, you got one of the Red Lanterns, this new Red Lantern, and Guy going at it. Yes, I gotta agree once again with Gabi. It was really interesting to see Guy Gardner being the peacemaker, like I'm calm down, kid, calm down. When we all know Guy's got issues himself. But yeah, it was very interesting. Lo and behold, we got Belize tracking down, I guess, former Sinestro Corps members, killing them. Then we got Atrocitus still looking for Krona and believing we found him. And then something bad happens to Atrocitus. But to me, I don't think he's gone. Yes, Atrocitus gets impaled through the heart. I guess right through the breastplate. You see it come out. But I've seen this guy take worse, and I'm not counting him dead. But it was like, whoa, okay. But it was still kind of hard, this is Atrocitus. This guy is feared, okay. You hear that name, Atrocitus. It's like, oh shit, But it was good, but it was kind of hard to read as well because it's like you don't want to see Atrocitus, the main character, the main protagonist or antagonist, however you want, just main character of this book, get damaged like that. And last but not least, like I said, I'm going to ride this storm through. I'm going to ride this book all the way to the end. Static Shock #7. Star Labs Under Siege. This is done by Mark Bernardin and Scott McDaniels. Okay, so basically this is a kind of a Virgil and Sharon, his sisters, because there's a clone of his sister, but they can't tell who's the real Sharon. They go off to Star Labs to try to figure out who it is. Lo and behold, Star Labs is under siege. A thief known as Phase, who can take his molecules and phase through things. Pretty much, he's like Shadowcat in a way. he's stolen a piece of hardware that hardware created. I'm sorry. um, and Static has to deal with that. And that's pretty much all this book was. But it was still interesting in a way because at the end of the book, the two Sharons come to realize that look, we're different, but you know, we're still sisters. But yeah, it was interesting indeed, very much. Um, but like I said, I'm gonna ride Static to one more issue, guys, and it's over. It's over. But I Static. This will not probably be the last we see of Static in terms of in comics. He'll probably be in. I I believe he's going to join the Titans. I'm definitely he might join the Titans. But other than that, it was still good. It was okay. Wasn't perfect, but a nice solid story. Just Static Virgil just being a good brother. That's all it was. Just trying to help his sisters or so. That's all. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did talking about it. And I went on for a good minute. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me or seeing my face. But other than that, guys, thanks for listening. As always, as I said before, keep subscribing. Catch me wherever you can on all my channels, Facebook. You got me on Skype. Cool. Um, and please keep subscribing to my mentor. Uh, his first channel, Blue Goblin, and his new channel, Blue Goblin X. You know, um, he's a good friend, and he's like a brother to me. So I would appreciate it if you do me a favor. Um, Not asking for too much. But other than that, you guys take care. This is my Vernon Kid. One love. Stay tuned. Keep it real. Peace.